Hello my fellow GameMelters, Valentin here bringing you another Android gem called The Greedy Cave, a roguelike game that looks a bit like Don't Starve and is as forgiving as Dark Souls. There's not much of a background story given when you start the Greedy Cave. You are a treasure-seeking hero who enters the cave looking for unimaginable loot. What you find, however, is unimaginable horrors in the form of weird three-eyed spiders, demons looking like street lamps, and mimic chests with unreasonably big teeth. Armed with your sword and the stupidity of the young, you venture deeper and deeper inside this freak show of a cave, killing everything that moves and collecting everything else. At some point, monsters become far too strong for you, and you're forced to use an escape scroll in order to teleport back to the surface. An action resulting in you losing almost all your items that you so vigorously fought for, but such is life, I guess. Okay, let's go into a bit more detail now. The Greedy Cave is a top-down dungeon crawler where all the enemies are standing still while we move around, meaning that you can choose your battles, except when an enemy is blocking a passageway, or when an enemy is standing in front of a treasure chest. That's a no-brainer, really. Killing enemies obviously gives you gold and experience and the occasional item which you can equip. Items come in all sorts of rarities, and it is very important to know that you lose all items that are not golden upon exiting the cave. The exiting itself happens when you use an escape scroll, which you also need to find previously by killing monsters and opening chests. That means that sometimes you're going to die without having the chance to escape at all. A bit unfair at times, but also makes you plan your adventures better. Combat in the Greedy Cave is super simple. You start attacking an enemy and the two of you exchange blows until one is transformed into a corpse. Dying in this game means that you lose all progress from your current journey inside the cave, including all experience and quest progress, which can be absolutely infuriating. You explore the cave by finding the staircase in each floor and going a level deeper. Every 10 floors there is a checkpoint which you can use to start your next adventures. However, I strongly recommend that you always start from a checkpoint above your deepest one, as you need to kill enough enemies to secure yourself the escape scroll. Without it, all progress you make will be meaningless. Talking about progress, there are a ton of ways to advance in this game. First of all, you level up by getting experience from battles, which result in you receiving some points, which you can then spend on upgrading various stats like attack damage, critical chance, dodge, and so on and so forth. Stats are separated in two categories, a portion of them being combat ones and the rest I would describe as PvE ones. Increased chance to get gold, more experience, less damage from traps, and all of those sorts of things. For every 4 points you spend, you get to unlock a skill. There are both passive and active skills that make you better in combat and increase your survivability in general. There is a way to reset your stats, but it costs gems and that's the game's premium currency, so be careful when choosing. Being equipped with shiny new bonuses, you are now ready to journey inside the cave again. The cave itself has 100 floors and it is gonna take you a while to clear them all. I personally do a run or two a day, but if you're more dedicated you can probably clear it up rather quickly. Once you achieve that, you can unlock the second of 3 total difficulties, offering you more rewards in terms of experience, gold, and also unique items and item sets. As you have probably already guessed, this game is absolutely massive in terms of content. All items can be upgraded to improve their stats, but every time you want to upgrade something you have to sacrifice another item. And on top of that, it has to be a golden one as well, so you can take it outside the cave when escaping. On some floors you are going to find statues that have the ability to gold touch an item, which turns it into a golden one and you can take it out with you upon exiting. There is no way to gold touch escape scrolls or health potions, so there is no point in saving those. The upgrade costs for items get higher the more you pump them up, and after a certain point you can only do it with gems. You can get more gems by getting achievements, watching advertisements, or just simply purchasing them. Given the amount of stuff you get to do for free in this game and also the reasonable prices of in-app purchases, I believe that they are completely fair. Once you're upgraded, you venture back inside your favorite cave and start slashing your way down as quickly as possible. However, soon enough you realize that just upgrading your gear is not enough for a successful journey and that you actually have to think about which battles to pick. If you long tap an enemy, you can see its stats and you can also see its weak points. And this is where things start to become deep as hell. There are 5 types of elemental attacks in this game, that's fire, water, wood, light and darkness, and a defense associated with each one. Every enemy type is vulnerable to one of those elements, and switching items before entering combat can be a pretty smart move if you want to get further down. Adding elemental attack and defense to your items can be done through the means of enchantment. That's another one of the systems that you're gonna discover in the cave. Every now and again during your adventures you will find enchanting tables. You can place one of your items on the table alongside with some enchantment ingredients in order to give the item special powers. Enchanting costs mana and there is also a percentage chance of failing. The more enchantment ingredients of the same type you use, the smaller this chance is. Your items are gonna lose all enchantments once you lose the cave, so make sure to use them while you can. Okay, enough about systems and mechanics. Let's talk about how this game looks and sounds. I love the aesthetics of Don't Starve, and logically I love the way the greedy cave looks. There's a sense of darkness which you get everywhere you go in this game, is just hanging in the air. All enemies seem to be the nightmare versions of fairy tale characters, and the amount of detail that went into the sprites and animations is absolutely astonishing for such a game. Music is good, and it only strengthens the feeling of adventure and exploration. It gives you a sense of darkness and a sense of you are doomed. Sounds complement the game well, and it is worth mentioning that the Greedy Cave is one of the few games that I played for hours without going for the mute button. To be honest, I can talk for an hour for all the different little details around this game, but the point is clear. The Greedy Cave is an amazing title. If you like roguelike games, make sure to check it out. It is free on the Google Play Store. It is punishing, but it will offer you hours worth of content, and I guarantee you will be coming back for more. That was all from me for today. If you have any ideas for other games you would like to see, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave a thumbs down. Make sure to subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.